Zachary's in Kansas. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. Zachary, Merry Christmas.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Well, I'm at 24, and I'm wondering if I should file for bankruptcy because I have about $20,000 in medical debt, and I owe 2.5 times more than what my current car is worth. It's about $22,000 on a car that's only been appraised at $7,000.
And you're 20 years old, 24 years old.
24.
Okay. And what do you make a year?
30.
What do you do?
I'm a delivery driver for Amazon.
Okay. All right. What's your game plan career-wise for the next 6 years?
Honestly, I never went to college or anything, so I'm probably going to be stuck where I am at now in 6 years.
Well, you will be if you keep thinking that way. I mean, you plan on driving an Amazon truck for the next 40 years. That's not a good. That's not a good plan.
I hope not, but
no, it's just not. You need a better. It's not about hope. You need a better plan. You need to have a mindset of what I'm going to do and what it's going to take me to get me there. Right. What do I want to do when I'm 30 years old that pays me $100,000 a year, $80,000 a year? I don't care. And what is it I want to do for a living that I enjoy doing, and that I can make a good living for me and my future family and so forth? And we need to look at that. So you're working 40 hours driving truck?
About 40 to 80 hours a week right now with Christmas.
Yeah, well, I mean, other than Christmas, you're working 40. Because during Christmas, you make more money. They pay you by the hour?
Yes.
Okay, so you're making a lot of money right now.
Right now, yes.
Yeah, okay. And then it'll slow down after middle to the end of January. You'll still work a lot on the returns after Christmas even. Okay. So what will be your income in December?
Let's say probably 500 a week instead of my normal 400.
Be more than that if you're working 80 hours and being paid by the hour. You'd ought to double your income.
It just depends. Some weeks we're kept at 6 days a week for 8 hours at $16.25 an hour. So,
well, that's not 80. Well, that's not 80 hours.
Some days they don't have. My math is not that good. Some days they don't even have routes for us. So some days I don't go home with any pay at all. So,
gotcha. All right. Okay. So one thing we need to do, we've established, is we need to get you a better income and a more stable, predictable income. You picked this up because it was something to pay the bills, right?
I've been doing this for 4 years. It's just because driving's all I've ever known. My wife gets mad at me, but driving's all I've ever known.
Why does she get mad at you?
Because she doesn't want me on the road. I've been in 3 accidents, and that's where the stem of most of our medical bills are. I
see. Okay.
I've got a metal rod in my back as it is.
Okay. What does she do for a living?
She's a stay-at-home mom.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, the first thing I want you to do, Zachary, is to start thinking about your career field and what you want to become and what your steps are to become one of those. Because
eventually I want to own and be what my boss is and just own a fleet of vans instead of being the one actually delivering everything. I want to be the one that owns the contracts and everything else.
Okay. No, there's a goal.
But that takes a lot of money.
Yeah, so we have to figure out what the steps are to get there. And when I asked you, you said 6 years from now I'm still going to be driving. 6 years from now I want you to own 10 trucks. So let's figure out how to do that. All right, that's the first thing. The second thing then is, are you bankrupt? No, you're not bankrupt. You're just scared and out of control. And you don't know where the money's coming and where the money's going. And
that's what I wondered, if filing for bankruptcy would give me a fresh start, if it would be better.
It's not. It would, but it's not necessary. You've only got $20,000 in debt on the medical, and most of that will take 25 cents on the dollar if you call them and negotiate with them and work them down when you've got some money to offer them in lump sum. So meaning a $2,000 bill will take $400 or $500 as settlement in full, because old medical bills due from a 24-year-old are not very collectible. And so they will work with you. They will settle. Don't put them on payments. Settle lump sums. And so you can settle that for $4,000 or $5,000. And then we've got to get this car mess straightened out. So who told you the car was worth $7,000?
I got it appraised at a dealership. It's a Ford. It's been in an accident, so it's worth less than what it should be.
Okay. And why was it not repaired when it was in the accident?
It was repaired, but they just deem it, since it was in an accident, the Kelley Blue Book value puts it down lower.
Yeah, so it's diminished value, but the repair has been done.
Yes, the repair has been done on the car.
That does not explain why a $20,000 vehicle is worth $7,000.
Well, I haven't paid on it since February, so I've been compounding interest and late fees.
Okay. Why hasn't it been repoed?
I don't know. I'm not hiding the car. I'm not doing anything. Mm-hmm. I've told them if they want to come get it, they can come get it. But I just haven't been able to financially afford it. Yeah. We got roped into a dealer promised zero down. I was a delivery driver at the time using my own car, and my car got hit. I needed a car, and this dealer said, well, we can get you in this car for zero down. And we didn't have any money saved up, and I needed a car for work. So,
yeah. So you made a stupid butt decision. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've done that too. Right after I get desperate, I usually get broke, and that's what happened to you. You got to be careful when you get desperate. That's when you make dumb decisions. So, all right, cool. Well, I think we work our way out of this car. We work our way out of these things, and we're going to have to get you on a written budget, and we're going to have to do something to get your income up and get your career moving in a better and a different direction. Because what you're describing to me is that you're not working 80 hours, but you're not getting the hours you should be getting, even in the month of December, which it should be a bizarre, busy month for you. So let's do two things. Let's put you and your wife into Financial Peace University, and we will show you how to get on a budget, and we will show you how to start managing the money that you have very carefully and very tightly. And then I'm also going to send you a copy of Ken Coleman's #1 best-selling book called The Proximity Principle, and it's all about your career and your career direction. And dude, you are going to have to get off your butt and intentionally do something with this career, or you're going to be a 40-year-old with a metal rod in your back still driving a van for Amazon. And you don't want to do that as an intentional use of your precious life. Your precious mama thought you were going to be something and do something. And you know why? Because you have the ability to do something and be something. And I want you to do that. There's no shame in driving a truck right now, but you've got to have a game plan to be something different, or you won't be. No one accidentally succeeds at these things. So you want to own a bunch of trucks and contracts and run a trucking company? I got no issue with that at all. That sounds like a good plan to me. Let's start figuring out how to do it and start making the first steps to get there. And the first steps will be to get rid of this debt without filing bankruptcy. You're not bankrupt. You're scared, disorganized, out of control, and you need a better job than the one you have. Hold on. Kelly will pick up and help you guys get started on this. We will pay for every bit of it. We're going to give it to you as a gift. The only thing we require is you actually attend the class, and that someday when you're rich and famous, you find a scared 24-year-old and you give them the class for free as a gift one Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, sir.